Hello everyone, my name is Erica and today I'm going to be discussing with you a few different addition strategies that you can use with your elementary education students, or some addition strategies you can use if you just want to be a little bit better at mental math. These strategies are taught to kids so that they develop a number sense. Number sense is really important for kiddos, it's really important for people in general. But the reason why is because there needs to be less of a focus on computing, which we now use a lot of technology to do, and more critical thinking, flexible thinking, and creative thinking when it comes to math. Now, there are many different strategies one can use to solve even the simplest of problems. What we will be discussing today is compensation, landmark and friendly numbers, making tens, number lines, and doubles and near doubles. So I think just for brevity's sake, I will only provide 2 to 3 examples for each strategy, just so we can keep this video nice and short and sweet. Okay, so with all that said, let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, so first we will discuss making tens. Let me make this a little bit brighter for you guys. Okay. Making tens. With this strategy, it is about reinforcing the relationships between numbers that equal a sum of 10, or noticing that a sum of 10 is within the problem trying to be solved. For example, let's say we have the problem 9 plus 6. What our goal here is to make a 10 out of these two numbers before we start adding anything together, really, in the normal algorithm that we would use. So you can start with either number. I'm going to start with 9 because my goal here is to make a 10, and that is obviously the number that's closest to 10. I know that I'm going to need plus 1 to make a 10, and that plus 1 is going to come from that 6. So we're going to rewrite the equation. All right, I'm going to repeat myself. I need to make a 10, so I need plus 1. I took that 1 from the 6, thus making the 6 a 5, making the 9 a 10, and this gives us 15. So that is an example of how to make a 10. Let's do another problem. Let's say we have 11 plus 14. There are different ways we can make a 10 out of this problem. I could break apart the 11 into 5 and 6, for instance. The 6 and the 14 will actually create 2 10s if you add them together, making 20. Now all we have left is the 5 over here from the 11, which gives us 25. Okay, let's try the 11 plus 14 again, but let's break it up a little bit differently. Let's say we break this one up into 10 and 4. So we've got our 10 here. And now we can add these together, which is going to give us 15, and that gives us 25. There you go.
The second addition strategy that we're going to talk about is compensation. Now, this is a great strategy for turning numbers that are really difficult to work with, or really ugly, or really unfriendly, into the opposite of those things. So you can use compensation, and your students can use compensation to make numbers much easier to work with. Let me show you some examples.
Okay, so now we are talking about compensation. Now, here is an example. Let's do 38 plus 39. I know by looking at this problem that if I add 2 to 38, I'm going to get a much easier number to work with, 40. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, adding 1 to 39 would have been easy as well, and that's also welcome. There's multiple ways to solve these problems. So now we can just drag 39 down and add them together very easily. 79. Now all we have to do to get the correct answer is take that 79 and subtract the plus 2 that we added earlier, which gives us an answer of 77. Here is another example. Let's say we have 109 plus 136. Here I would add 1 to 109 to get 110. And I would subtract 1 from 136 to get 135. And this is going to give me an answer of 245. Now, notice here at the end, we did not have to add back or subtract either of these ones like we did in the previous problems because they cancel each other out. They're the same amount and they have opposite signs. So they cancel each other out. Our answer is 245. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about landmark numbers and friendly numbers. So I'll just do LM numbers and friendly numbers. Okay, so here's an example, somewhat like the ones before. Let's take 123 plus 177. Okay, we can quickly see that if I add 7 here, I'm going to get 130. And if I minus 7 here, I'm going to get 770. Oh, goodness. I mean, 170. Sorry. Anyway, so if we add these two together now, we get 300, and that is the answer.
Okay, so the fourth and final strategy that we will be discussing has to do with number lines, doubles, and near doubles. So I'm not saying that number lines and doubles or near doubles are the same thing, but you can use number lines to show doubles and near doubles. So with that said, let me show you some examples.
Okay, so let's see. This strategy calls for knowledge of doubles to help add numbers. So for example, if we wanted to solve the problem 5, oh goodness, that's not easy. Let's try this again. Okay. Yeah, if we wanted to just figure out what 5 plus 6 is, for example, we could utilize a number line to show the students how to work through this problem. This problem is near double because it is comprised of 5 and 6 rather than 6 plus 6. My math facts tell me that if I were to double 6, I would get 12. Now, all I must do is subtract 1 from 12, and I have my answer. And I know I have to subtract 1 because I added it here. Hopefully that makes sense. Now we can show this answer via the number line. We can plot the points as we work through the problem. I'm going to start with 6. Since that's a number I'm doubling, I know that doubling it will get me to 12. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 ones here to get me to 12. And then I know that I am one too many because I didn't have 6 and 6. So I have to take one of those ones away. And my answer is 11. And so if we were on the number line and we did it, we could do 6. Then our little things over here all the way to 12. And then a count downward again to give us that 11. Sorry, this is very messy, but hopefully that makes sense. To show you another example. So let's say we have, oh goodness, I'm trying, one moment. Let's say that we have a number line, of course, and we have a problem. So we want to know, what is 30 plus 176? Well, we can start here at 176 because that's the bigger number and we want to add 30 to it. Now you could start at 30 but that would be really difficult. So let's just do this. So 176 is really close to 180. So that's going to be my next landmark number, and I'm going to do plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And that's going to give me 4 here. Now I want to get to 30, and I'm only at 4. See, this is the amount that we have to go up the number line. Okay, so we're at 180 and we have 4. So let's say we add 20 to it, and that puts us at 200. Okay, so we just added plus 20. So let's just keep a running number. We have 20 and we have 4 so far, and that's 24. Now I know if I now I know that 24 and 6 are going to give me 30. So I just need to add 6 more to get my answer. So that is going to get me to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 ones here, all the way to 206. And 206 is our final answer, 206. Okay, everyone. Well, I hope that video was helpful. And I hope that you weren't stuck here watching it too long. I hope it's short and sweet. That's how I wanted it to be. And I will catch you next time because I am going to be doing more of these. So I've done addition strategies. I think next will be subtraction strategies, division strategies, and so on and so forth. So be looking forward to that, and I will see you guys on the flip side. All right, bye.